Forged in the lockdown. Hello and welcome to Critical Questions, the unfathomable quiz. I've trawled the internet for the best, worst, most interesting and ridiculous dumb questions I can find. And with any luck, my guests will be able to answer all of them. Today we have got with us... Say again?
Huh?
Eh?
What? Hey?
Today we have got with us Starky. Dastardly Dave.
That's me. Oh, my bad. This started off fucking great.
How stoned are you?
What?
Godless... No, not. Why not? Godless Scummer.
Ahoy, peeps and bitches.
Jenni Morgan.
Good evening, afternoon, depending on what continent you're on. Hi.
It's disturbing that Jenny's coming across as the normal one. That's rare.
Define normal.
Sane. And Mr. BadTemperedBadger.
I have crisps.
I thought you were having sausages.
Ooh.
Yeah, I decided that being healthy is for silly people.
In 10 minutes.
What crisps have you got, Badger?
Cheese and onion.
Yeah, but I mean, what I mean, Pringles, KP, Walkers.
The little
Okay,
super
shut
dupers.
up. We don't give a fuck about the chip.
Crisps.
Just crisps, man. We're talking crisps,
It's
not
crisps,
chips.
and it's little super dupers.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah,
No.
works.
As in, they're like.
But you would have
They're
been
like
better
the
having
ones that
salted
say-
vinegar.
All right, Dave, so we got a first question. And who the fuck is echoing?
Oh, it's me.
Echoing. Echoing.
What?
It only happens when I'm
What?
trying to talk. So.
What?
so
What?
yeah.
What?
I think she might kill you. She's got that that
You.
expression. Right. Should we do a first
Shouldn't say
question?
anything,
Left.
I think.
No.
Yes.
Let's do it. Question. It's an easy one.
Answer.
Question 1119. What is your least favourite colour and why?
Oh.
Least favorite was that, or most favorite?
Least.
Oh.
You're not
I
rushing.
can't even say blue in good conscience. You know, that's really weird.
In good conscience. Starky.
Red.
Why don't you like red?
Angry.
It's angry.
It makes me
I feel-
angry. It's just like
I feel so attacked.
I'm not surprised.
Let's get the red flag out here as well. You know, get the red flag out.
it's fine as long as it's in your house. You just can't find red.
Have you
often in
actually
mine.
looked at the tip? Have
All
you looked
over
at
the
the
back
tip
of
of
your
your?
You know how upset I am about
Have
the
you
tip
looked-
of the unicorn horn?
Oh, what a pity!
If I could make this thing, it wouldn't be red.
I'm sure there's software where you could.
If someone else wants to make it for me and then I can just download it, that would be great.
There we go. There we go.
Oh,
To the live chat or anyone watching, your mission, if you choose to accept it, is design Starky a new multicolored unicorn horn.
has to warble at least as much as the current one.
If not better.
If not better. Floppier or... I haven't got a word that's not going to sound terrible.
That's a head penis.
Strap on.
Yes.
Spooky says indigo because it doesn't exist. What's... Of course it exists. It's got a name. Indigo. Harmonica Man says, whatever 70s shag carpet was, wasn't that usually a beigey brown?
Those that puke.
Oh no, no, there was
Squash orange.
red and there's yellows and blues and shag carpeting. My God.
Shag carpeting is lovely on bare feet and bums.
I can't even say grey either because I've got 2 walls that are red and 2 walls that are grey.
Yeah, there is no
Weird how that
no
works.
bad color. It all depends on the application. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
some things look terrible red, some things look terrible blue. You know?
I figured it out.
Go on.
Slightly off-white.
Slightly off a cream.
Beige.
No, not quite to cream or beige. Just slightly off-white. The color of interior walls in houses with people who paint their houses stupid colors, and the color of the carpet that used to be in my living room until I spilled coffee that one time, and my morning went from a nice relaxing have a quick cup of coffee before I have to go out to, oh for fuck's sake, now I've got to clean this stupid carpet. Why is it this stupid color?
You could leave it looking like someone shat on it.
I did.
Godless Sewing says fuchsia. I have no idea what colour that is. Is that a pinky colour?
That's
Fuchsia's a
bright
flower.
pink back
electric
here.
pinky.
I have
Is
nice
that right?
Yeah,
Real
I would
bright pink.
associate fuchsia with pink, but there are numerous different colour fuchsia flowers. So,
Fair enough.
I must say you have to bear in mind that I was brought up with a mother who had a real love for fuchsias. So,
My mother went through this period of being a junkie for burnt orange. And
Did she have a burnt orange car?
No. I actually, orange is like one of my favorite colors, and I've had several orange cars. But
I've heard it's the new black.
burnt orange, I really grew to hate it, and I could never put it in my own house.
I've heard it also rhymes with purple.
It does.
I'm in that group chat. And the other one.
The other one. Now they're talking about wavelengths. Dog butt colour. Whatever that is.
Do you see a lot of that?
Apparently Roger does. Roger?
Do you focus
Who's
on
Roger?
it a lot?
Robert does. I have no idea.
Roger.
Roger and out. Nerdy says, Disney colours are canon. Why? You just want to start a fight.
What are What are Disney colours? Who's echoing?
Badger.
Echo.
Amanda.
I hate both orange and pink pretty much equally. They're both terrible colors and should be fired.
They're really bad next to each other.
Orange and pink.
Also, while we're on the topic of paint, why do people insist on painting the insides of their houses just white everywhere? Just if you're going to just paint it white, don't paint it. Just leave it just have a brick wall and just have a wood floor or a wooden door. Just don't paint the bloody thing.
Why? What's wrong with white?
To brighten it up.
Maybe the previous residents painted it purple or yellow or something weird.
Reflects light.
Yeah, I've been recently repainting the walls of my living room dark red because I'm fed up with everything being white.
To cover the blood.
What about including your door?
Yes, including the door.
Well, do you know what? I see a red door. I want to paint it black.
I see what you did there. Everything just being white just pisses me off. Just
You're trying to encourage
this perfectly good wooden door white. Just leave it wood.
You're trying to encourage a socialist to move in.
Well, I hate wood. People paint wood. I don't think wood should ever be painted. Not wooden trim. I should say wooden trim in a house. I don't think should be painted.
No, wooden trim is lovely. Varnished is what it should be. Spooky says, I can't say one of these. Sea Rise, Teal, Puce, and Orca because no one knows what colour they are.
Which colors? I'll tell you what colors they were.
Sorry, what's this? Sorry, Dave. You said something about socialists. Or...
Are you moving in with Badger? Are you doing the ceiling? He doesn't have the ceiling red.
Yeah.
If you do the ceiling,
Yeah.
he'll move in.
Just thought, yeah, just was wondering.
And make it a socialist stream. Right, next question.
Are you happy now?
No. Mister.
Are you plugged
Sorry.
Not my fault you were muted. I just saw you shout.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, Chris Shelton's coming. Cool. Hello.
Yes, I invited him.
Hello, Chris. We have to get Chris onto one of these, Dave.
We
by the
do.
way.
He says my
I
least
tried
favourite colour.
already.
And by the way, Chris, I might be messaging you because I was listening to a bit of your stream a minute ago, and there was some interesting points you made
Okay.
towards the end there. So
Shut the fuck up.
Right. Shh. Right. My least favourite
No,
colour
no, no,
is.
no, you didn't answer.
Chris is answering.
No, you need to answer.
Don't argue, just do it.
What color was the ball that popped?
Blue.
It was blue.
I have a
I
Dave,
don't know what that means.
Dave has a
Dave.
broken blue ball.
Dave, pick whatever your picture, whatever colour cheese spiders may be, and that's your least favourite colour.
Yellow, probably then.
Weird
I don't have a least. Do I have a least favourite colour?
See, I don't, so I haven't really answered. So I'm gonna...
Probably red. Right. Can I give Chris his
and,
answer?
and your name's going in the execution book for the revolution.
I was trying to think. I know. It's probably red or blue. It's either Liverpool colours or Everton colours. They're both evil. Right. Chris's least favourite colour is chartreuse. It's exactly halfway between yellow and green. And I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Chartreuse?
I have
Of
heard.
course,
Yeah, I've heard of it, but
Let me see how it's spelled. Just a sec.
Well, I was handed a piece of paper with how it's spelled, how it's said on it.
T-R-E-E-A-U-S.
Ooh, that looks cool. That still makes no sense.
Where is the comment with this thing written?
I'm losing people. Right, may I now move on to the next question?
Yes. It wasn't that hard for you to fucking answer, Dave.
We haven't been waiting. We've been waiting. Come on.
You've been waiting for me. Right. Question 1120. Would you rather not be able to tell time or not be able to tell your left from your right?
Oh, I already can't tell my left from my right. I have to do that thing. Because, like, I'm a righty. Like, I write right, but I was a lefty gymnast, which is very rare. So for some reason, that tripped me up. So I still have to do the thing because you make the L with your left. So.
oh man, I could have so much fun with what you just said.
I am literally dyspraxic, so
So you're a righty in like Trump righty or?
No, I didn't know that. Nice try.
Oh my god.
That was a reach, Jeff.
I am.
Nerdy, you say press the right mouse button. What do people with apples do?
They throw the mouse out the window.
And buy a real one.
Exactly.
Left and right is brutal on meat, says Yandir. Oh, hello, Yandir. Starky.
I mean, on an analog clock, I still have to think about it. Still think like, oh, I write with this hand. Oh, I sit on this side of the truck. Oh, I always have to associate which side is which by what I do with that side. I still have to. I can tie a shoe without thinking about it, but looking at an analog clock, looking at, like, it's ridiculous. It's just, I've been doing it for how many years? It just doesn't come natural for whatever reason.
That's not an answer, though. Which would you prefer not to be able to do?
I can't really do either one now, so kind of at an impasse.
Clocks are
I
pretty
feel like
cool.
this question just like, would you like to live like Starky? And it should be an and in the center.
Clocks are pretty cool.
What were the
Oh.
choices again?
Dave, sorry, Christopher. Dave, you got a time on you, mate.
1737.
Thank you.
I have no idea what the time is. I can literally cannot see the clock on my
And
computer.
there is our answers.
Go on, Jenny, what did you say? The choices are not be able to tell the time or not be able to tell your left from your right.
Oh, between those two, I would have to say, I'd give up right and left because time is very important.
Chris says, I'd take telling time since I use left and right differentiation more often in real life.
I was going to ask what wrist people wear their watches on, and I realised it's 2020 and nobody has any class anymore.
I've never had a watch.
I could get my pocket watch out if you like, Badger.
He would like that. He would like that immensely.
I would indeed. Let me just see how many I have in this drawer.
I imagine you've got like a Harrison watch in there somewhere.
I have a watch, but I haven't worn it. I might have worn it to a funeral. I thought it was impolite to take my phone out to check the time.
Special funeral dressy watch, then?
No, it's
Because it's important to time how long it takes to put the guy on the ground.
And here's a good question: if you ever used to wear a wristwatch, did you wear it on your left or your right wrist?
What's left and right?
Okay, well you changed your answer there, Dave. But okay. Point being, this is a stupid thing going back. This is a stupid thing going back to a friend's 18th birthday bash. Was one guy who we were with. He got very, very drunk. And he had his wristwatch on his right hand, which also happened to be his drinking arm. So
I think we may be ahead of you.
Yeah.
Yep. What time
Ricky,
is
you got a time? Okay, funny. But do you know that old saying, fool me once, shame on you, that sort of thing.
Mhm.
After we got him like 4 times in one evening, it was like, Ricky, I think you may need to go home now. You've had too many. We've got you with the same prank 4 times in one evening.
Yeah.
So he moved his watch to his left arm and started drinking with his left arm, and you asked him what time it was again.
Well, it's like his wristwatch is there. His beer is like where mine is now. What's the time? And yeah, you get the idea.
Right. So basically, most people don't seem to be able to tell the time or their left from their right. But most people would get.
So,
go on.
Oh no, my story's vanished out of my head. Where's it gone? Come back. I've stalled everything now, and I don't know what I was going to say. Dave, save me.
Which are you going to give up? Telling time or left from right?
Oh, I'm going to say left from right because pocket watches are cool.
Fair enough. Chris says, wait, would I know which wrist I was wearing it on if I decided I didn't want to know left from right? Yes, you could know what wrist it was on, but you couldn't know... You wouldn't know that it was your left wrist. It was just that wrist.
Sure.
Dave, which pocket do you put your wallet in?
Don't put the inside one on my jacket.
Nice try, pickpocket.
I was reviewing the question yesterday.
Oh, I'll just say the right side
wait.
because there's so little money in my wallet that it doesn't matter anyway.
No, there's not much money in my wallet, but I like the wallet.
Okay, yes, fair enough.
Yeah. If somebody was to like rob me in the street, and I'm there with a knife to my throat against the wall, that I give me your wallet, and I'll give you the money, but it's my favourite wallet. It's got a little flappy thing for your driving license.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think my driving license card is in my wallet is right underneath my membership card at the Satanic Temple. I think so.
Right. I'm giving up on this question. We're getting nowhere.
It's probably for the best. It's probably for the best.
It's not one of your better questions, that's for sure.
Okay,
No.
I guess my answer would be spatula hands.
What? So we've basically gone back to having pocket watches, except the pocket watches also make noise and demand your attention constantly.
Yes. Answer me now. Answer me now. Answer me now.
Pocket
What
watches
you're
is an
objecting?
attitude.
Okay. Oddly enough, what you're objecting to here is that we don't have proper chains.
Yes.
And I think smartphones would be a lot better if they had a chain that could go around your neck, so when you dropped it, it didn't smash.
I think smartphones would be a lot better if they were pocket watch shaped. And
I think that works.
You can get a pocket watch shaped phone. It's just
but
shit and really
that would be
expensive.
That would also be an awful big round thing because everybody likes big screens. So you got the 6-inch disc you're carrying around.
Yeah,
Really?
I don't like touch screens, so I'm fine in that regard.
But you could have nice buttons on the sides all the way around.
Yeah.
I actually used to have a pocket watch, but I won't say what design was on the cover of it because Amanda would fucking kill me. So
why would you
come
have
on!
that sort
What
of
was
design?
it?
She's not here. Be quick.
okay, somebody gave me a pocket watch with a Confederate flag design on it.
Oh, that
Which
was
is
not
like,
as disappointing as expected.
Yeah, which is like, I appreciate the gesture, but you do realise that I hate everything that stood for, right? It's like, it's kind of one of those weird things of like, I really appreciate this gift, but there's a big but here.
I have a question for you. Was this a case of the person didn't know what it was and was just, oh, that looks nice, I'll get that.
Oh no, this person was in Kentucky. They knew what that fucking flag meant. Well, actually, no. Well, okay. Well, you say that. You say that.
Can you just get like the case replaced?
You say that. Maybe we've been a little bit harsh because, from my general experience with a lot of people from the south of the USA, they do not know what the fuck the history of that flag or anything. So
no, of course.
Okay, another question for you: is this a windy pocket watch or one that you put batteries in the back of?
Oh, no, proper old school wind up one.
Ah, shit!
You
can't really just put it in a drawer and pretend it doesn't exist.
I know. It was a.
Did I miss a question about pocket watches?
No, they've gone off.
Could you get the case?
All I'll say is the gesture behind it was very well intentioned. It was just that. Why the goddamn have you got a Confederate battle flag on it?
Could you get the cover replaced? Like, go to a watchmaker and say, "Can you put a new cover on this?"
Starky, the question was, which did you prefer, a pocket watch or a butt plug?
Definitely a pocket watch.
That makes a lot more sense.
Ooh.
They've been quite anal about this subject for like 5 years now.
Well, but yeah,
Lucy, by the way, Dave, Lucy has just.
You got
I think Lucy has become the first member of your channel.
She's the second member.
She's the second member.
The first member is the Lone Wanderer, and thank you very much, Lucy.
What is this member business?
You can have members.
Yeah, it's one of those things that you get monetized on YouTube. It's a bit like Patreon, I suppose, Badger, but on YouTube.
It's a way for Dave to earn some money.
It's a way to Dave. All right. What's the next question? Before I get on the podcast?
Right, thank you. Before we get escaped any more fucking pocket watch talk.
Right. I'm going to rant about becoming members of things.
Good. Question. What? Oh, shit.
And see it worked. Oh, where it goes.
Tell time. There you go. Question 1121. What was the dumbest thing you got punished for at school?
Oh,
Like,
oh,
was it
oh my God!
like-
Where to begin?
That's me.
Where to begin?
The question, Dave, is like the thing you did was stupid, or it was stupid to get punished for it.
Either.
Yeah.
Go on.
I've got to think about that because there's a lot of answers I could give.
There's
So
a lot
I
of them.
just-
I'm-
I just
okay, I
realized
need
that-
more school
Oh,
questions
fuck
for you.
me.
I just realized I have two stupid things. One was early in kindergarten, and the other one was at the end of my senior year of high school. Interesting. Interesting bookends.
Spooky says, combined butt plug and watch. Get your friend to tell the time. I think you're still dealing with the last question. We've
actually, I'm trying to remember what it was. When I say I'm trying to remember what the exact fact was around this, but proving one of my school teachers wrong on something.
They don't like that.
Yeah,
They
in
get
front
really
of their
pissed
They'd
off.
like
class.
you to agree with them whether they're
And-
right or not.
Yes.
Yeah, that was something I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what the hell it was now that I actually showed him to be wrong on. And all I remember is I got fucking detention for it when I was like 10 years old, and it's like for being right.
Was it the history of the Confederate flag by any chance?
I will say it probably would have been history related because that was probably my. It sure as shit wouldn't have been science. I got to say that.
The Andy says chat wars, and he says I got into a fight over a dino coin. The hell's a dino coin?
Is that a Kent Hovind currency or something?
What
Andrea
Dino
says,
coin is?
Oh, well, Dr. Dino coins. They're not subject to US tax
What's a
law.
dino coin?
Way too much like the other one.
What's a dino coin?
No idea.
I got a coin with a velociraptor on it.
Jeff, can you sing? Do not demonstrate.
Raptor. Velociraptor is its name. And then I used to spell it.
Is it?
Well, technically, define singing, Dave.
No, that's okay. You've answered the question.
Yeah.
Andrea
Moving
says,
on.
not putting my hand on my heart during the Pledge of Allegiance. That's dodgy. God says, because the
That is
teacher was a moron.
ridiculous.
Chris Shelton says, talking too much. I got my mouth taped shut for the rest of the class period. What the fuck?
Is that a? Can I ask Chris? Can I ask you? Was that a Scientology thing?
I assume so. He was brought up in it.
I'm just
Is that
assuming
normal?
because
So is the question.
I'm just assuming that was something that happens in Science. I don't know. If that was like just a general high school thing, I'd be like, I'd really be.
All right, okay. Just I've got to catch up very quickly. Spooky says, watching people who watched a fight. Ox says, getting stoned in the teacher's break room. I'm not surprised you got into trouble for that.
Oh, that's a good one.
No, that is you're a legend. You're a legend.
Fucking smoked all the teachers' weed. They just go in like, oh.
That would be the only thing that's better, wouldn't it? If it was the teacher's weed. I got detention for getting beat up on school property.
That makes sense.
Actually, the funniest thing that ever happened at school with me though was where I went from crying to laughing my ass off in a matter of seconds. And to put it into kind of context, that now when I went to school, the stick was banned by that time, but there was some level of corporal punishment still allowed in British school, like slapping or whatever. You could slap a kid when I first went to school. 2 or 3 years in, that was bad.
Oh, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, but look, I went to school what 3 or 4 years after the cane was abolished, and then but that you could still like, you could still smack a kid with an open hand or something like that. But we got dragged in my primary school when we were about 5 or 6. Dragged into the headmaster's office for something. Now I can't remember what it was we done wrong, but me and one of my best friends, and he's still one of my best friends to this day.
And you can't ask him.
The headmaster slapped me right across the face.
What?
For whatever it was. Yes, I'm not joking. And I went, and I just, I started crying. He then went to do the same thing to my friends, who did almost like a Prince Nassim Hamed boxing kind of move, ducked it, and the headmaster, whacked his hands on the blimmin' on the wall, and it was like, ah! And I suddenly went from crying to laughing my ass off.
Godless Sewing says, my father smoked heavily and my high school attempted to kick me out because I stunk of smoke.
Wait, Dave?
Yeah.
Chris wants an explanation for the Toblerone.
How long you got, Chris?
Not you, Jeff. Dave.
If you go to
Badger's responsible.
youtube.com/BadTemperedBadger, there is an explanation for Dave's Toblerone issues on my channel.
Thank you.
It's
That
his
was
fault.
helpful.
It was. The Toblerone is now canon. Gibbler says
owned by Disney, by the way.
Gibbler says having a porn magazine in school. God says I got punched by a teacher because I wouldn't play football for the school team. That seems like he was a. They were a.
I guess having a porn mag is better than making a porn in school. So yeah.
Why were you in trouble, Wanda?
That's a choice. I was making a comparison.
I'll just say, whoever said that in the chat, that's why you should play rugby at school, because as they do that, you can whack the teacher back in a subtle way.
Right. Also, while we're here, I have hit this final point. MathPig is 3 subs away from 800. If any of you aren't subbed to MathPig,
yes, right,
go and sub to him now. He'll give
Hi,
you a
Jamie.
link.
Welcome.
In second grade, we got there. Wait, what the hell? Just wait.
Oh
we
no,
got our mouths washed out for
by the way,
swearing.
he's MathPig has gone to. According to this, MathPig is 802 subscribers.
Oh, he lied
So
to get more subs.
No. Actually, no. In fairness, sometimes YouTube's a bit weird with how it updates things. So,
Ricardo says, I wrote an open letter against a teacher who I felt was a religious bigot and had no business promoting anti-abortion laws. I got punished for using the school copy machine for political reasons. But the teacher is allowed to. MathPig says, mosh pit in the vending machine room. That seems like something you do.
You sound like a man after my own heart, MathPig.
Santi says, I got suspended for punching the security guard. He tried to steal my lollipop. I was a conflicted kid. Did you have a big lollipop? Lucy says, my brother went to private school and got sent home for having dye spray in his hair. Fair enough.
I thought I was going to say he got sent home for having died.
Having died. Lucy says,
you are deceased. Go home.
I'm sure there'll be something in the rules about only allowed people being able to attend. What's that? Whilst my mum was picking him up, a teacher was telling some kid off for pushing a door open with his foot as he had his hands full of textbooks. What was he meant to do?
I didn't hear Starky's answer.
We haven't got to Starky. We haven't got to most of you.
Oh, okay.
The chat's gone nuts. I'm going to have to skip over them. Jamie said, hello, Jamie. The dumbest thing I got in trouble for is my friend flipped me off and not knowing what it was, I did it back and I was the one that got into trouble. See, that's what happened to me when I screamed cunt at my sister. Starky.
It was 4th grade. no, 3rd grade. I lived in Texas. One of my friends had gone hunting over the weekend and accidentally brought his knife to school. It was like, I don't know, 6-7 inch blade in his backpack. And he showed it to me and I kept my mouth shut. The next day, I thought I would be cool and, bring one too. Well, the one I chose was part of a little pair of nail clippers. So, and it didn't even have a blade on it. It was never like filed down or sharpened or anything. So it was just one of those little swing out, like kind of like under your nail cleaning things. I got 2 weeks of in-house suspension for it.
Jeez.
2 freaking weeks. I had to sit in the principal's office and do all of my schoolwork there at the table.
Zero tolerance policies make so much sense, don't they?
At least you had clean nails.
It was shocking.
MathPig says, I brought a knife to school from 13. You lived in Northern Ireland.
I used to bring a knife to school, but I didn't realise you weren't supposed to.
I got into trouble taking a knife to school once, so
See,
yeah.
this is what I find really weird in terms of being rough in the past. I never got into trouble for taking. I never took a knife to school.
There's okay, so
I
Dom.
was just used to always having a penknife in my pocket.
Angel's best friend, who is fucking ginormous. He's 6'7". So they were doing like a sweep of the school because somebody had a knife in their car and got in trouble for it. They got suspended for it. So they were going and searching just like random kids, and they brought Dom into the principal's office. He didn't. He had one of those credit card knives, that look, like a card, and they slip in your wallet. And they hadn't found anything on him, but he decided he didn't want to get in more trouble. So he brought it. He's like, I totally forgot this was in here. Here you go. And he fucking suspended him for 2.5 weeks. Bullshit.
That seems
excessive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I just wouldn't have told him.
Manda, what did you do?
We had these doors that had 3 panels of glass, and we were walking through them. It was in during class, so there was just a couple of us in the hallway. It was empty, and some of the kids were just kicking the doors open at the bottom. But
I
jumped.
see a little silhouette of a man.
Scaramouche, can you do the fandango?
And it might not hurt, or just people feel like
No, go on. Sorry.
Because I was a gymnast, so my feet went high, and I kicked the top panel and I shattered it. And the principal was like, I don't know what to like. He was impressed. He's like, I've never seen anybody get the top one before. But I mean, I never got in trouble at school ever. Good girl, but yeah, I did that. So,
Rab says, I was a good boy at school and never got into trouble. Why do I think someone is about to throw up? Gibbler says, when I was on my
somehow I managed to get it from my secondary school, but I was on my last warning, like for fuck up one more time, you're going to get expelled.
Am I still here?
You can't. We can't see you, but you are still here.
Jenny, you've got the same screen as me.
We can't see Jeff either, but I think there's a reason for Jen not being able to see Jeff.
So I'm gonna step out. Come right back in.
Okay.
You saying?
I will go. Gibbler says, I went to Cairo American College. I said the word "but" in class as I'd heard it on the playground, and I got detention for a week. Still protesting my innocence to this day. You need Kent Hovind's lawyer. Godless Sewing says, you're back. I did have an awesome teacher who let me leave the classroom before a drug sniffing dog entered. She saw the fear in my eyes. Badger.
I got a couple, and you can pick your favourite.
Go on.
So, one time I was thrown through a door by someone else, and
That one's my favorite.
was given a detention.
For damaging the door?
It didn't help. Well, for damaging the teaching assistant that was behind the door. They threw me through the door, and the door hit the teaching assistant.
Fair enough.
The next one is I threw up on the teacher's shoes.
Why?
So you got in trouble for that?
Because I wasn't feeling very well. I said to her, I said that I'm not feeling very well. I don't think I'm feeling up to doing this thing we're about to do. And she was like, no, you're just excited. At which point I immediately just went.
Was it a direct hit or like splash off?
No, this was like proper. This was
That's impressive.
This was like a full breakfast.
Oh. Right. Next question.
Wait,
Wait a minute. I didn't answer.
Dave,
I thought you did. I thought you were first. Go on,
No,
Jenny.
You completely ignored me. Now I don't know if I want to answer.
Go
I'm
on.
hurt.
You're hurt.
I told my teacher to go to hell once, and she instantly dragged me out into the hallway and said, "What's this all about?" And I explained to her, "You accused me of being rowdy and causing trouble in the back of the room, and it wasn't me for once. It was somebody else." And she said, "Oh, okay." And let me back in the room. I was the hero of the class for the rest of the year.
So you told her to go down and off she went.
I got suspended for telling a French teacher to F off one time.
All right, that's your sixth story now, Jeff.
I've got more.
Let's go.
Because there's 6 of us on the panel and more questions. So,
Well, not everybody was like a goody two shoes like you, Manda.
I know, but he said the worst. One question, one answer. That's all. Just one.
Can we do the next one now?
Wait, did you answer?
No, I don't really remember ever getting into trouble. I can only ever remember once getting into trouble, and I hadn't done it. So I suppose that's pretty dumb. And that was talking. That was just talking.
Oh, bullshit! You're such a liar.
Why would I get into trouble at school? I had a card that said I didn't have to be there, so I wasn't there very much.
I think you got into trouble for bouncing.
No, I was on crutches for a lot of the school.
Dave, seeing as you don't have a story, do you want me to tell one of mine on your behalf there?
No, because I want the next question. The next question's interesting. I like the next question.
Okay, let's hear it.
I used to go free running, and a guy broke his leg one week and then came in the next week on crutches. So your argument is invalid there.
Right, next question. Question 1122. Given the inevitable move towards transhumanism, how do you feel about your every memory, thought, and feeling being publicly available after your death?
I'm on this show. It doesn't really matter, does it?
You think your deepest thoughts and feelings come out on this show?
Give me another couple of beers, Dave. They will.
I'll answer.
Oh, go on then.
I would think that would be just fine. Because I certainly wouldn't be the first to die and have to go through it. This is not likely that I would be. I'm sure that everybody has some pretty grim stuff in their head that they don't talk about. None of us would be alone in that. So.
Badger?
I don't even let people know what I'm thinking or saying, or where I am, or like web history, or where I've been, or who I've spoken to. So no, I would not be happy with this. I would encrypt my brain and say that upon the stoppage of brain function, all memories will be wiped.
So you're wavering on that one then?
My answer is a strong fuck yourself.
No,
And
but
Jess-
nobody cares what you did. Don't you get it?
But they're still his.
Yeah, but mine auto wiping upon my death will suddenly fill me with an air of mystery as everyone goes, I wonder what was in there. Why did he do that?
Aunt Jer says, nope. Natty says, I'm dead, who cares? Never Again says, I don't think anyone would give a shit if they did. Santi says, I don't understand the question. Basically, they're taking a complete copy of your brain and your death, and it has in it all the memories you've had, all the feelings, all the thoughts, everything you've ever experienced is there for other people to query. MathPig says, Universal Studios would pay a lot for my dreams. Movies for days. Natty says, I talk about murdering paedophiles all the time. Godless Sewing says, I would totally give my thoughts to science because I would be dead and not caring. Monica Man says, so idiots are finally going to listen?
You're talking that like even fleeting moments of thought would be recorded, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think anybody really wants to know all the times that my brain has, in the middle of a conversation, said, you should ask this person if they ever shat themselves.
And
Really?
Yeah. Do you not have just random things pop into your head that your brain spits at you about everything?
That's literally, it just seems to be my brain's go-to. Just there's a pause in the conversation, you don't know what to say. I know what you should say, Mr. Badger. You should say, have you ever just shat yourself?
The class of conversation on this show increases ever more. Aunt Jer says, I'll join Badger for the brain wipe program. Brainbug says, can it get placed into a Terminator? Stool says, they can keep out of my special brain area. It makes me even me feel queasy. That's fantastic. Santi says, I understand now and know there's nothing to harvest. The brain is not a CPU. And Natty says, I have shat myself. Lol. I think everyone has.
No,
Starky.
I haven't. Well, when I was infant, I certainly did. So
No
I
one
guess
was
we all
asking. No one was
I've
asking.
got I think this should be question 1111.
No. Starky.
112.
I'd be more worried about my dogs being able to speak or animals in general while I'm still alive.
What?
That's
My dogs
unrelated.
have inevitably seen me do the worst things, I'm sure. So I'd be
This
more worried
is-
if they could speak
Did they do
rather
those
than
things
my
with
thoughts
you?
becoming everything, because I don't.
This is the kind of
So you
stuff you'd
wouldn't-
find with that brain scan.
I feel like you'd find more in find more horrible things out about me through their thoughts. than
Starky,
mine.
did the dogs have something to do with these things, or they just
No,
observed?
they just don't. They see things, smell things, like hear things.
As do.
They know when you peed yourself when you giggled. Jeff.
Well, I think I don't know. I don't know how to answer this question.
Just tell us how you feel about
serious.
Queen Elizabeth.
I'm not a monarchist, okay, but there you go.
I was thinking as a person.
No, nothing personal, but I'm just not a monarchist. Get the guillotine out, but
Oh, but I
So you
was
don't-
going to have tea with the Queen.
Still have tea with
Ah.
her. To just
she wants
slightly
to.
less
It's
chatty.
just full out.
Look, if she wants to get the kettle on, I'm not going to argue.
Manda.
No. That would be a
No?
bad idea.
Why?
Because I have bad thoughts.
If I was going to give a serious answer to this, honestly,
Like
there are certain.
that. Can I finish answering,
Yeah.
dude?
No, go on then.
Sorry,
You just said no, and it's like that. You thought you were done.
No. I was gonna say Dave knows half of them, and he could tell you how bad they are. So there, now I'm done.
You mean when you were dead, would you care?
Well,
want I still have a son and best friend and a boyfriend. So
If
What
you
about if
got,
I knew them all?
yeah,
but they probably already know those things about you.
hold on.
no,
Yeah, but I think this is the whole thing is that you're going to leave a legacy to leave behind.
Dave's gonna find out all about all the weird outfits I put him in my head, and it's
What?
just, what? Nothing.
What about if I knew all of your thoughts, but nobody else did?
I'd be okay with that.
Oh,
Right, because I don't tell people shit.
Yeah.
No,
And
if I'm going to answer this question seriously, no, I would not be comfortable with people knowing my thoughts are my thoughts. I'm very certain things. I'm very insular about anyway, and don't want people knowing. So
I think you're all just a bunch of pussies. Come on.
Jenny, just trust me. You don't want to know some of the things that go through my head.
Oh, poof.
I don't even like them.
There's a lot of Argonian pornography in my head.
Yeah, fair enough. Right.
Badger, do you ever get like some like weird like kink fantasy that Disney is actually canon?
No. That's one thing I can conclusively confirm is not in there.
Scummer, do you think people actually ever have sexual fantasies about the Queen?
Probably. I certainly don't, but
I can confirm from the internet that they most certainly do.
I was thinking about this today, and how Howard is sexy, and all I can think of is all these older, right-wing white ladies that are coming and thinking of fucking Trump, and it's gross. Ugh, so gross. But it happens, and it probably not.
I was thinking the way you said
can I
was an unfortunate coincidence, but it really wasn't.
Can I change my answer right now? Because I thought I had some really dark shit going on in my head, but what Mandy's just said is I don't even want to envisage.
You thought about
again,
a sexual relationship with Trump?
Again, having been on the internet, it's
Jenny?
already out there.
I just thought that.
I have all the best thoughts.
No.
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 Dave.
I've got no problem with it whatsoever. I mean, there are some horrific things in there, but I'm happy with as long as I'm out. As long as it's a reasonable time after I'm dead.
Yeah, I mean, just be honest. I think we all, as human beings, we are capable of some pretty dark thoughts that we may not be comfortable with at some point. It's so yeah. Just for me personally, I wouldn't be necessarily comfortable with them being out there. And a lot of the time, it can be like a really dark thought of wanting to do something to someone, and then just dismissing it afterwards, thinking that's fucking stupid. But
Oh, I like what Lucy said.
I think
I'm not
if
going to read
looking
it.
into the thoughts right now, Amanda's considering the murders.
Mm-hmm.
How many people have died? How many times in her head?
oh, every time I've done a Jar Jar impression, I know I've died in Amanda's head.
Natty says,
In-
sometimes
in
I think
many,
about
many-
bathing in
many
paedophile's
gruesome-
blood.
Holy shit!
Many.
Kaz actually texted in the chat. Hi, Kaz. Very, very rare.
There's a chat.
Wait, do you mean you don't have the stream open?
He's been texting. He's been writing in there. So of
Yeah.
course.
I love my
Right.
sexy
I
icon.
muted myself mid-sentence. Yeah, I had the stream open, and then I forgot that the chat existed for the last 20 minutes.
Fair enough. Right, I think we go to the next question.
Okay.
Question 1123. Do you think you have already had over half the orgasms that you are ever going to have?
I highly doubt it.
Fuck.
God,
No
I hope
way in
not.
hell.
Yes, move on.
Oh, please, I hope not.
Where do we? You don't have to include other people in having an orgasm.
Nope.
So we got no.
I could
hope not.
literally go and beat my record in the next couple of days. I could just be like, I could just be banging them out.
You don't need another
I'm
person,
banging them
really?
out.
Well, I'll just say that I am 40 years old now, and at least 90% of them took place when I was 16. So,
Lucy says no. Nerdy says I've had 90% at least. Ox says laugh my fucking ass off. God, I hope not. Imputerjig says nope. I need more when I find the right man. Never Again says yes. I'm almost 62. MathPig says I've been saving mine for the next year when Manda gets here.
Well, the other problem is that they take a lot longer to get one when the older you get, so it could be a losing battle.
That hasn't been my experience.
You talking a lot of older women, or are you talking about yourself, Badger?
I've just got better at pleasing myself.
Or your standards have been lowered.
Spooky says what's an orgasm? Natty says I don't know what that is.
Spooky DM me. We'll take care of that.
And Jess says, Starky, what kind of mic do you use? You sound like you're communicating to us underwater like a mermaid. I like it. Rainbow says, I just hit that point 2 minutes ago. No, Starky.
Oh,
I don't know.
I wasn't listening.
Sound like crap?
Godless Sewing says,
sounds okay to me.
I hope not, because I'm... and my best years are ahead of me. Lucy says, the right man, question mark. The right toy. Santi, yes, I did. First, I'll skip over that. Right, Starky.
Absolutely not. I'm 31. I plan on having lots of orgasms with not only myself, but potentially other people for, at least another.
You can't say
30
that
or
on the
40
internet.
years.
You'll start getting people trying to get with you again.
No, I'm single and I like it. There are very specific rules to sleeping with me at this point. I can do it myself and it's easier. What can I say?
I will send you a DM that says, hi, I like being by myself and won't do anything about this.
Get it totally.
Manda.
What's the question?
Do you think you have already had over half the orgasms that you are ever going to have?
No.
Yes.
See, the people in the chat are saying you're lovely, Starky.
I got another question you could ask. You could put it down for later. Have you had more orgasms by yourself, with somebody, or with tools?
Everybody's had more orgasms by themselves. Come on.
Everybody?
Most people.
No. There's two kinds of people. People who've had more pleasure by themselves are one, and the rest are liars.
Dave?
Yes?
Answer.
Oh, I hope not.
What if you live in one of those orgy cults?
Still. Oh, that's the most depressing thing Lucy's ever said.
The panel on critical questions is not an orgy cult, just for the record.
Robert says, during the stream, maybe give me some
Dave's
time.
missold this to me.
Yeah, I would like to propose that we start an orgy cult.
Okay.
Okay, now I'll probably just sign out now there, because that is not happening for me.
Do you want to be the organizer?
Not really, no. Yeah.
You could be the guy sitting. You know those laundry closets that have the slats that you can see through from the inside. You could be the guy in there with binoculars.
Ew.
Why?
Dave,
Why?
did you answer yet?
Why?
Yes.
Yes.
We should.
What
we
was
should,
your answer?
He
I
hopes
sure as
not.
hell hope not.
Oh,
Or no.
Just
Um,
watching other people fucking just makes me depressed about like how fucking shitty my own sex life is. Why would I want to do that?
I never said you had to enjoy it.
Right. Next question, I think. Question 1124. Every time someone lies to you, you gain $100. What is the fastest way for you to get rich?
Hang on,
Happens every
Congress,
day.
Congress
People
people.
keep telling me Disney is canon.
Theoretically,
One at a time. Badger.
Said people keep telling me Disney's canon. It happens all the time.
that's not a lie, though.
That's not a lie. That's
It's a demonstrable lie.
Oh, no. It's not a demonstrable lie, Badger.
It's an
It
opinion.
is not. Now, precisely. Now, I could have the honest opinion that Disney is canon, and it's an honest opinion. It is not a lie.
I am determining as the quizmaster that it is not a lie, unfortunately. Badger's never going to talk
And
to me again.
officially speaking, it's not a lie anyway. And actually, officially speaking, if anybody's lying here, it's Badger.
But
Right.
the question is about what?
Whether or not
Badger?
Disney is canon.
How would you
Yes.
get people to lie to you?
Oh, I would ask them if my hair looks good.
Why would they lie to you?
Because it doesn't. I've still got quarantine hair.
I could. Let me answer.
Go on then.
I just go hang out with politicians and just let nature take its course.
Oh yeah, I just watched the news.
It's got to be a lie to you.
Oh,
You can't take-
I'll get my news on Twitter.
Santi says, start dating again. MathPig says, arrive at a Trump rally and ask questions. I like that. Natty says, go into politics. Robert X says, does Dave annoy you? Spooky says, talk to MathPig.
Oh,
He did-
no.
Oh.
To be fair, he didn't. Wait, he didn't.
Ouch.
Wait!
Ouch.
He didn't actually say that. He said, talk to my MP.
I was going to say, 'cause there aren't many people.
I was going to say that. Yeah, that was harsh.
I was just
that
being
was
evil.
that. I was going to say that was really harsh.
Santi says, become a Mormon, you will be a billionaire in a few days. Natty says, go to church. Ricardo says, quick trip to the Vatican. Lucy says, I don't lie. The point is about people lying to you.
Okay, go to Japan.
Yeah.
And ask people if they know where something is.
Why?
Because if they don't know, as I understand it, they have to. I may be thinking of the wrong country, but fuck it, I'm continuing with the story anyway. There is a cultural thing that it is not good to admit that you don't know something, so they may just tell you, "Oh, it's that way."
Fair enough. God the sewing. If I had a 10-minute conversation with my ex-wife, I would be rich like Bill Gates. I like MathPig says, arrive at an orgy and ask to join. They all lie to get rid of my ugly ass. Trust me, most orgies, you'll be fine. Up says, go to a bar during hunting season. You'll be rich by the time your first drink is done. I like that. Jenny!
Stop poking me.
I wasn't poking you. What would you do? Jenny,
What?
what would you do?
What's the question?
To get people to lie to you.
Oh. Tell me I'm beautiful.
Jenny, you
That
stole my
would
answer.
destroy you by the end of the day. They either tell you you're beautiful, and you get money, or don't. But either way, no matter what happens in that scenario, I can't work out a way that it wouldn't destroy you.
Fair is fair. Yes.
That's horrible. Starky.
Go into a flat earther room. Matter of hours. Matter of hours.
Fortune.
Go to the conference. They've got members from all around the globe.
Matter of hours.
That's a. I wouldn't just say go to any old flat Earth thing.
You could basically do it though.
If you want, I mean, if you're just pure out and out lies, go to Nathan Oakley's channel. You know, I mean, sorry, AK Slappy the Clown.
Go in there and tell him I know absolutely nothing. Teach me all you know. By the end of 24 hours, I'd probably have everything I've ever wanted.
No, Oakley's amazing. Oakley is absolutely amazing. I know he's a liar. He doesn't even believe in flat Earth. He's full of shit. But it's amazing that not only is he so ignorant in science, but he's so ignorant in fucking logical fallacies as well.
Fair enough.
All right, back in a minute. I need tea.
Go on then. Quickly finish this off. MathPig, you've been... No, I'm skipping over. And Natty says, ask the government what Area 51 was for. It was for test planes. You think they'd lie to you? Rainberg says, ask if they want to hear about my bugs. Is that a euphemism? Nerdy says, maybe the fastest way...
Oh, we lost Manda.
Oh. She replaced herself.
Huh.
Oh, she's... Oh, hello. We
no.
have non-Manda. We have a Mr. Manda.
I'm the other half.
Top or bottom?
Oh, I like it in freezing top.
Hello.
Hello.
What would you do?
Well, I've already answered like 3 times in the live chat.
Yes, but see, this is a video format where you can talk.
I can't see the chat.
Right. I don't know. Run around and ask people if they like me.
They'd say, yes, you're lovely.
Yes, exactly. And I'd get lots and lots of money.
Ox says, man, bring the cute one back. Jamie says, I just asked people what they think
why
of
are you
my
under
music.
the assumption that MathPig is not the cute one?
Well, it's either MathPig or Badger, because they're the only two that have gone. Right. Next question. Oh, yeah, get that one. So we are so close to being done. Right. Question 1125. There's a potato. Question 1125. Given the choice, would you rather shut down YouTube,
Twitter,
Facebook?
Twitter. That's how adamant I am about it. Twitter. I'm going to interrupt you and say Twitter.
I need to read the question. Question 1125. Given the choice, would you rather shut down YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter forever?
Twitter.
Facebook.
Twitter.
Why Twitter? How Twitter is so much better than Facebook?
Because as far as I know, Twitter doesn't have the car chases, and I don't know how to use that shit. Facebook, really easy to find all of the car chases in LA, and that's the only thing I use it for.
The chat disagrees here. Wait, I'm just going to read the chat to you. Natty says Twitter. Ox says Facebook needs to go. Nerdy, Facebook. Santi, Facebook. 9 o'clock hero, Facebook. Ox says anyone that says YouTube needs to log out now.
I quite frankly wouldn't. need to say that any of you say that have not spent enough time on Twitter.
Godless Sewing, Facebook is awful. Brainbug, Facebook. Natty says, because they shut me down, so shut them down. Fuck Twitter. Benny Loco, fuck Facebook. Jamie, Facebook, hands down.
Right. Simple answer to this. Which social media platform has had accounts with over 500,000 followers with very explicit pictures of children and fuck all getting done about it? It's not Facebook or YouTube.
Yeah, Facebook and YouTube have both had that problem. Yes.
No way.
I totally agree that Twitter has that problem too.
No way to the fucking extent.
Twitter has got groups. Twitter has got groups that have been active for months.
Public accounts, Dave. I was on public accounts of like 500,000 followers, and it takes you like, and in fact, you have to look at this shit to fucking report it.
Yes, it's repulsive, but I still think Facebook
is fucking repulsive, and Twitter is the worst for it. Enough said.
How long does it take Badger to make tea?
Well, he's making it properly. He's not making a tea bag in a cup. He's actually putting the tea bags in a teapot and stewing it and making proper tea.
He's stewing it.
Yes.
I mean, let's be, if we're going to be real honest, all social media platforms are cesspools. Let's be totally honest.
That sounds fair enough.
Maybe.
I am going to have to go on personal experience here, but I have less shit on Facebook than any other platform. Yeah, I find
Facebook has done more harm to humanity.
Overall, I would probably agree with that.
See, the thing with Facebook is real. People use their actual names and stuff like that. So you make an agreement, you make a group, you become a tribe. Twitter's anonymous. Everybody's this, that, and the other. But the fact that you can mass influence so many people under such a format that Facebook is, it's awful. But yeah, I still hate Twitter.
I don't so much want to end
Twitter's...
Facebook. I want to end Zuckerberg making so much fucking money off of it with the low morality that it has.
I don't know what this conversation is, but Facebook's shit.
Yeah.
Facebook is canon.
YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, Badger? YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter?
What's the text of the question?
Given the choice,
which would you shut down? Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter?
Whose show is this?
Shut up!
If I had to shut one down, it'd be Facebook. It's fucking awful.
Thank you. That's the right answer.
I mean, this is funny. The weird thing is, nobody, considering we are actually on YouTube as we say this, it's probably nobody's going to say YouTube. But
the worst that YouTube
in terms
has done,
of like the worst experiences I've come across, is Twitter by a country mile.
The worst thing YouTube has done is pushing people with an attitude further to an extreme, with things like flat earthers and the alt-right. Okay.
Yeah, and Twitter's
Facebook,
worse. Twitter's even worse for that.
Yeah, that's literally what I typed in the chat. Was Twitter takes the human extremes and just pushes them to their limit. People are angry.
Yeah.
How old are you?
None of your business.
YouTube is immensely helpful,
and that's why I'm on Twitter and not Facebook.
I do find that I do find it's a lot easier to have actual discussions with Facebook than it is with someone like Twitter, that I can actually put a response
but the problem with
into
doing it
someone
on Facebook
with
is
a bit of fucking nuance or something that you can't get with Twitter. And the irony of this is I probably use Twitter more than I fucking use Facebook.
I don't like Facebook because random friends of mine get into arguments with my dad in my comment sections.
No, it's just that more people that I know use Twitter than Facebook, so it's...
More people that you like.
Yeah, I sure as hell have not. I've got Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. I refuse to do Instagram.
Why would you do Instagram? It's just taking pictures. Right.
Yeah, I refuse to do it.
Saying that, Dave, I had to factory reset my phone yesterday because on the phone, including the last fucking 2 years of uploads to the cloud, on the phone alone, I had just over 12,000 pictures.
Why aren't you on Instagram?
Because if I just posted pictures of my daughter all the time, I don't know. It's mostly her.
Right, next question. The last question today. You'll be pleased to know. Question 1126. Would you rather have a detachable hand with a devious mind of its own, or for your left leg to constantly have pins and needles?
Detachable hand.
Yeah, what's that movie?
I fucking
Idle Hands?
hate pins and needles.
Yeah, Idle Hands was a great movie. I'd have a lot of fun with that. We could team up and be friends.
Not
Do
necessarily.
I gain anything from this hand that has its own will, or
You sometimes
has
gain
its
other
own
people's
will.
false teeth.
It depends what the hand wants to do.
Yes, this
You
is the point.
sometimes gain other people's false teeth when you weren't expecting them.
It's possible.
serve as someone's sex toy?
Mm-hmm.
Can
That
you
would-
feel?
that
Can
would-
you feel what the hand is doing?
That-
Wait!
That-
What?
Dave,
MathPig.
what do you mean by devious?
I mean devious. I mean mischievous. I mean it has a mind of its own. It has very little interest in what you want to do. It's going to go out and cause trouble.
Can you feel what the hand is doing when it's not connected to you?
No.
Because otherwise, I'd be there like, no, it's doing the sex again. Actually, that'd be depressing. You should be there like my hand by itself gets more action than me.
Your hand already gets a similar amount of action to you.
My hand gets roughly analogous amount of action at the moment.
The sad thing is, it won't even be the detachable hand that gets more fucking action. I mean, both of them will.
And if you're not ambidextrous, could you potentially wear out one hand?
No. Nerdy says, I've already constantly got pins and needles, so I'll go for spatula hands. There are no spatula hands. Ox says, my hands type what they want now, I'll pick hands. Ricardo says, I want it. Jonathan saying, I would love an evil hand. I feel like this panel needs a conch. What's a conch?
Conscience?
It's a shell, isn't it?
That's what I thought. 9 o'clock hero says,
It's that
devious
thing
hand.
in Lord of the Flies that they blow to signal they're all going to kill each other.
Ooh, I quite like that idea. Ox says, my name's Lefty and I have a vibrating finger busy. Like the movie Idle Hand. Starky!
Oh. Say something, I won't.
How devious is it? Like pickpocket, like it pops off your wrist when you're in the shop and steals crap from people, or
Does that. Potentially injuring them. I wouldn't say it would necessarily go out of its way to kill people, but it'll certainly be there trying to trip them up, screw with them.
I mean, if it's funny, then I'm okay with it. But if it's like devious with a shade of like gonna get me into trouble,
Yes,
then I'm not
that's
for
the
it.
point. It will get you into trouble.
Okay, then no,
I
I'm
think
going
this
with
would
the
be a
pins
good
and
setup
needles. I
for-
don't like jail.
I think depending
But
on
if they're
the
going there,
mood of the
too
hand,
scared.
this could be a good setup for either a sitcom or like a horror film, or both.
What are you eating? You said you were only going to get
Chocolate.
tea.
Well, I got tea, but I also got chocolate.
Weren't you just eating sausages?
Yep.
You didn't have sausage.
Chocolate covered sausages.
An hour and a half ago, Starky.
Detachable hand. I mean, I don't know what detachable hands might look like. I have no idea, but you know,
They
I
would
have no idea.
I've got a detachable arm.
When you ask that, I think of the old TV show Addams Family.
Yes, thing.
Thank
No.
you,
King
Finn.
Missile did make a music video and song about a detachable penis that he lost.
Oddly enough, I thought of that when I wrote the question.
Yeah, I thought that's where it was going when you were saying it. If you had a detachable King Missile song in my head, and okay, different.
They're now talking about Lord of the Flies, which I have seen and not read. Nerdy detachable just means the same as patch. No, it doesn't. Jamie says, maybe I could befriend it and use it to pull off some epic heists. Well, that's possible.
See, I said befriend it, you told me you couldn't.
No, you can't befriend... Well...
You can't befriend it, but he can.
The potato tests.
Well, the point is you can't befriend it because you're not very nice.
Okay, just me. Right, yeah. Well, most
It's because of your weird shiny eyes.
I don't
No,
think-
the
how
issue.
about-
The reason. The reason I said no at the start was I wanted to try and get across that it has a mind of its own. There is no guarantee of you being able to befriend it.
Well, how about I make friends with MathPig's hands and he makes friends with my hand?
That's going to end up, especially if you can still feel it. That's going to end up really weird.
You said we couldn't.
No, I know. But, you know.
Now you're
the idea of
cheating
screwing.
everything.
I like the idea of screwing with you. Would it be worse, you think, if you could feel it?
It would be
Depends what it's
fucking
doing.
strange if you're sitting having your dinner and all of a sudden, what the hell is that?
It's strange if I'm sitting having my dinner and I've only got one hand with me.
Well, if you knew it was detachable and it left you a wee note saying I'm away out for the night.
Yeah, I when it came back, I'd be like, "You fucking dickhead! I was there trying to eat my pasty with one hand, and now I've got bits of minced beef all up my chops."
Well, if you know he's going to leave, like, don't have, make something easier. He's not going to leave every night. I think we've thought too much about this, Badger.
I don't think we've thought enough.
Put it on the list. Put it on the list.
Dave, add this to the Google Doc of things we should have discussions about.
Detachable hands. No. Right.
Fine, I'll add it.
I don't think the question is so much can you have a positive, loving relationship with the hand, as in friendship, but could you co-conspire with it? That's
Not
really what matters.
I view it as a polyamorous relationship because it's Mrs. Palmer and her 5 lovely daughters.
Right, quick answers. Who's
With my
going for the hand?
Possibly.
Who's going for the hand?
Rosie Palm.
What was the other option?
Constantly having pins and needles in your left leg.
I'm going with the hand because I
Left
hate pins
leg.
and needles.
And I already have pins and needles in my left leg, so
Can you swap already having them for having a detachable hand?
No.
Oh,
so now I lose my hand and I have pins and needles. That sucks.
so what happens if you already have the pins and needles and you pick that? Do they cancel out or do they stack?
That's why I said pins and needles.
See?
I'd rather just continue to have those and keep both my hands so that I can do what I want with them.
Is it the left hand or the right hand?
Shit.
It's the right hand.
Oh, that might change my answer.
What if you're left-handed?
It's still your right hand.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Lucy says you can have her detachable hand. It'd come back sticky.
I think it would try to answer questions far too quickly for its own good.
Yes, because I want to go. And I have to shield something. Right.
Did you answer?
Yeah, I'll go with the detachable hand.
Yeah.
Just for the hell of it. Right. So, before I say thank you to everyone, tomorrow morning I will be on an insane channel doing an insane thing at an insane time. Why are you grinning? Would you like to say what I'll be doing tomorrow morning?
We're playing Would You Rather on a new channel that Lucy Luxor and I have together, and it should be entertaining.
Where's the link? Where's the link?
In channel!
Dave was the link duty.
Yes, but Dave is terrible at doing links during
No,
the
he's not.
I'm looking, Dave. You're not doing your duty correctly.
Oh, it didn't do it, did it?
No,
YouTube
you
have done
didn't.
something.
Fucking hit enter.
If you just put a link on its own, it doesn't convert it.
Dave,
They've screwed
your
with something.
thing. This is what you do.
Not when I'm on a stream, though. Right?
And that's not even the fucking link to the channel. It's the link to the video. You're useless.
Can you not get there from there?
Yes, I can. But you're still useless.
And then what happens later this week, Dave?
I don't want to announce that yet.
Well, you got another show on what day?
We got a show on Friday,
Yay.
and we do need to wish Amanda good luck for Thursday.
Yes.
Since we're not
Good luck,
going to be
Amanda.
here.
Good luck.
Good luck,
And
Amanda.
if she dies this time, I'm going to be pissed off.
Yeah, don't even jinx it, Dave.
She's not dying.
What the hell's
Um,
she gonna do?
She's got surgery.
Oh,
Asphyxiation pneumonia.
thought she was
Wasn't
gonna
fun.
jump out of a plane or something.
No, the last one just didn't go well.
I fell out of a tree once.
How does that compare?
Yeah.
Depends on how many branches you hit on the way down.
Every one of the ugly ones.
Dave, there's a Toblerone, look out.
Gone. I'm safe. Do you have anything exciting coming up, Starky, apart from torturing me tomorrow?
Nope. That's kind of the excitement for the week until maybe the next excitement.
MathPig, what have you got?
Guaranteed on the 16th of September, which is, strangely enough, Port Granny's birthday, we have Smoky Saint versus Religion is Bullshit on Is There Sufficient Evidence to Believe the Christian God Exists? Depending on how Amanda's surgery goes, I've been talking to Gutstick Gibbon, and we might be having her next week, if all goes well.
And since you're Amanda's replacement, what's she got on?
Absolutely fuck all. She's had gut surgery.
Oh, she's got nothing booked around it? Damn. Is there anything tomorrow night?
Wait. She's not live streaming the surgery.
No, I know. It's just a wasted opportunity.
Oh,
Is there anything tomorrow night, Dave? Are we doing something tomorrow night? I don't know yet. We might be doing something.
Fair enough.
Yes, we might be doing something tomorrow night for distractions. So sub to me. It'll be on my channel because I'm going to be producing and steal it all.
Everyone's links is in the is in the doobly-doo underneath, apart from MathPig's, because he wasn't here tonight.
I looked earlier. There was no description to any channels.
What?
Yes. I looked about 3 hours ago and there was no description.
I did it an hour before.
Ah, well, that's probably why.
It includes both of Starky's channels and the link to the show tomorrow. It includes Jenny's link to her Twitter, Badger's link to his channel and his Twitter, and not his MySpace.
MySpace! Right?
Can I just say, I don't know who's watching Dave's and is not, but whoever is called Snowflake and just subscribe to my channel, that's brilliant name. Brilliant name. Amanda has confirmed Quiplash tomorrow.
Amanda has confirmed Quiplash tomorrow. So there'll be Quiplash tomorrow night. So that'll be fun. Badger, have you got anything to shill?
Yeah, I've just put my MySpace in the chat. Thanks. Right. I have coming up at some point soon. Nothing on my YouTube channel because I've been taking a bit of a break because I kind of burnt out for a bit. However, eventually, me and Dave should be having a discussion about some controversial topic or other.
Yes, that'd be fun.
I'd love to have a controversial topic discussion with you, Badger, too.
You should send me an email at badger@cock.li and then message me on Twitter because I forgot to look at it for 2 weeks.
I'll think of something really, really annoying and pedantic and just particularly not worth anything, and we'll go for that.
He likes that. As long as you can come up with the opposite argument.
What is your opinion on new LCD TVs versus plasma?
I have a TV.
You can't. Wait. You can't have have the discussion now, you will destroy the debate.
How black is black?
Shush.
Uh,
Seraphim says,
yes.
"What time will Quiplash be?" And Ox says, "Plasmas suck." Jenny, what are you up to?
What?
What are you up to? Do you have
Not
any
a
exciting
damn thing.
news? You don't have any exciting news. No exciting news.
Well, there's movie night on Friday as usual. I think this show on Friday if I'm invited. But I would understand if you don't. That's all right. Don't worry about it. And then later this month, I'll be doing a lecture or two at the University of Wisconsin La Crosse. But none of you are allowed to attend that because you haven't paid tuition. So screw
How'd you
you.
know? We might have people here that have paid tuition.
No, nobody here goes to La Crosse, I'm sure. It's a little
You already
bitty
found two
college
people
town.
that went there.
Well, you went past tense.
Jeff,
Only thing I've got scheduled is just my usual thing on Sunday, which will be on my channel, 1 p.m. UK time. Myself and Hissy was doing I think Asterix and the Soothsayer, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the only thing I've got penciled in.
Excellent. So, in which case, I will say thank you very much to Starky,
Thanks,
to
Dave.
to MathPig and to Manda.
You're welcome.
To Jeff,
Hi.
to
Is
Jenny,
he gone?
Oofda.
to Badger,
Now available on MySpace.
to absolutely everyone in the chat.
Hurry up.
We will see
Yay,
you.
chat.
We will see you on
Except Pigbot. Pigbot's an asshole.
to President, and we will see
Hurry
you on
up. It's
Friday.
time to tinkle.
Thank you everyone for coming, and you should probably sub to Lucy as well if you're here, because she liked it if you would.
Yes, it's up to Lucy.
She'll put if she
please.
hasn't gone, she'll give her link. Otherwise, you're screwed.
Everybody should unsub to Dave and then sub to Lucy. Just, that's the way it should be.
We will see you all on Friday. Good night.
Good night.
Disney's non-canon.